Welcome to another episode of Deep Dive into Real Estate by Team Luddy Dillon. This is the place where we simplify real estate for you, one topic at a time. Enjoy.
All right, ready to dive deep into open houses.
Sounds good.
You've got your house all prepped and sparkling, ready for buyers to fall in love.
Right, but how do you actually make that happen?
That's what we're unpacking today.
Yeah,
We're part of Laddie Dillon's real estate team,
that's right.
and we're all about sharing our expertise
Yeah.
to help you navigate this whole world of real estate.
Yeah, it can be confusing, especially here in the Peel region. Brampton, Caledon, Mississauga.
Okay, so strategy time.
Let's go.
Our deep dive today is about open houses, those crucial first impressions.
Yeah, it's like setting the stage for your home's debut.
You want those oohs and ahs from the second people step inside.
And actually, those oohs and ahs, they should start even before they reach your doorstep.
Oh, you mean with advertising?
Exactly.
Online listings are important, we all know that.
Of course.
But I feel like sometimes we forget about those old school methods.
Right. It's about reaching those buyers wherever they are.
Like what? Putting flyers on cars? I haven't seen those in ages.
Well, maybe not flyers on cars, but think local newspapers, community bulletin boards,
Oh, right.
even just well-placed flyers at, like, popular spots in the neighborhood.
Okay, yeah.
Remember, we're talking about Peel region here. People here, they're looking for that local connection.
Right.
They want that community feel.
So it's about reaching the buyers who are already kind of invested in the area.
Exactly. And actually, the source we're looking at today even suggests putting up signs with balloons for the open house.
Signs with balloons. I don't know. That sounds a little,
Too much.
yeah, a little like a used car lot, maybe.
It's a fine line for sure.
Okay.
You want to grab their attention, but we still got to keep that professional image, right?
Right.
Remember, you're not just selling a house, you're selling a lifestyle.
Okay. So tasteful balloons.
Right.
Not a clown car full of them.
Precisely.
Got it.
Mm.
Speaking of creating the right atmosphere,
Mm.
let's talk about prepping the house itself.
Yeah, it's not just about cleaning, it's about staging, creating an experience. You want to highlight those best features and minimize any potential drawbacks.
So you're saying you want buyers to be able to really picture themselves living there.
Exactly. Hosting friends, making memories, all that.
Like you're setting up a movie set and they're the stars.
Yeah, I like that.
But the source was really specific about some things, like opening all the blinds and turning on all the lights. Why is that so important?
It's all about light and space. Two things that everyone loves. A brightly lit room, it just feels bigger and more inviting.
Right.
That natural light pouring in, it can really transform a space, make it feel warm and welcoming.
And I bet it even creates this feeling of openness and honesty, like you have nothing to hide.
Right. Transparency is key. And that extends to the information you provide, too.
Oh, you mean having all the paperwork ready?
Exactly. Buyers want to feel confident in their decisions, so having things like inspection reports readily available, it builds trust.
So it's like saying, hey, we've got nothing to hide. This house is ready for you. Speaking of ready, the source even suggested providing brochures with financing options. Is that really necessary?
It can make a big difference. Think about it. You're removing that mental hurdle. Instead of worrying about if they can afford it, they're already picturing themselves living there.
I see, yeah.
Especially in today's market, with interest rates all over the place, that financial clarity can be really helpful.
Yeah, it's like you're saying, hey, we've thought of everything. We want to make this easy for you.
Exactly.
And that reminds me, the source also mentioned snacks.
Oh, yeah.
Essential or just a bonus?
Well, it can definitely add to that welcoming atmosphere, but, and this is a big but.
No overpowering smells, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
No air fresheners, no heavily scented candles. You never know what might bother someone, trigger an allergy.
Yeah, plus, who wants their dream home to smell like a chemical factory, right?
Exactly.
A nice, clean, neutral scent is the way to go.
Mm.
Now, this is all super helpful, but I know this can feel overwhelming for some people.
Right.
And that's where Laddie Dillon and his team come in.
Absolutely. Laddie's been doing this in the Peel region since 2007.
Wow, he's seen it all then.
He has. He's seen those hot sellers markets. He's seen the times when things cool down.
So his expertise is invaluable.
It is.
So if you're in the Peel region and feeling like you need some guidance,
Yeah.
give Laddie a call at 905-598-0725.
Don't wait till you're lost and confused.
Yeah.
Laddie and the team can help you make those smart, informed decisions every step of the way.
So before we move on, let's do a quick recap of what we've covered so far.
All right, so we talked about that strategic advertising, right?
Right.
creating that welcoming atmosphere with light and space, being transparent with potential buyers, having the paperwork ready.
We also talked about financing and how important that can be, and of course, avoiding those overpowering scents.
So next we're going to explore how to actually interact with potential buyers at your open house.
Yeah, that fine line between being engaging and not being too pushy.
Exactly.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to our open house deep dive.
Yeah.
We've laid the groundwork.
Yeah.
Advertising, prepping the house, being transparent with all the information.
Right.
Now let's talk about interacting with those potential buyers.
Okay, this is where it all comes together.
This is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
You can really turn those casual visitors into serious contenders.
Okay, so the house is perfect.
Right.
Snacks are out. No weird smells.
Of course.
Doorbell starts ringing. What now?
Right.
I'm picturing myself like awkwardly hovering around, trying to make a good impression.
I think that's a pretty common fear.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be a salesperson.
Right.
Just be welcoming and informative.
Okay.
Let those buyers explore at their own pace.
So no following them around, pointing out every little detail.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let them wander, take it all in, absorb that atmosphere you've created.
Right.
Be available to answer questions, but avoid hovering.
Yeah.
Don't bombard them with information.
So the source we're looking at today, it actually emphasizes listening to those potential buyers.
That's right. Why is that so crucial?
You're gathering intel.
Oh, okay.
Even if they don't make an offer right then and there, their feedback can be so valuable.
Okay.
Maybe they point out something you hadn't even considered, or maybe they confirm something you were already thinking.
It's like free market research, basically.
Exactly.
Straight from the source.
Straight from the source.
But what if they say something negative? I feel like I'd want to jump in and defend my home.
It's natural.
Yeah.
You feel protective of your space.
Yeah.
But try to see those comments as constructive criticism.
Okay.
Maybe it highlights an area where you can improve, or maybe it's just personal preference.
Right.
What's a deal breaker for one buyer might not even matter to another.
It's all about perspective.
It is.
And that's where understanding your target audience comes in.
Absolutely. That's something Laddie Dillon and his team are really passionate about.
Yeah, he seems to really understand the Peel region.
He does. He has this incredible understanding of the diverse demographics in the area. He knows what buyers are looking for in Brampton versus Caledon versus Mississauga.
So it's like having a secret weapon.
It really is.
Okay, so let's talk about some common misconceptions about open houses.
Yeah, there are a lot of myths floating around.
Definitely.
One of the biggest is that an open house equals a guaranteed sale.
Really? People think that?
Yeah, open houses can be so effective for generating interest, getting people in the door.
Right.
But they're not a magic bullet.
It's not just open the doors, wait for the offers.
Not quite. It's about creating a buzz, exposing your property to the market, building momentum.
The source also mentioned that open houses aren't right for every property.
True.
That was surprising to me.
Yeah, if you're selling something really unique or high-end,
Okay.
a more targeted approach might be better.
Like those modern builds we see popping up everywhere in Peel.
Exactly. Those homes appeal to a very specific buyer.
Okay.
And an open house might not be the best way to reach them.
So when are open houses not the best strategy?
Well, we touched on one, those unique or high-end properties.
Right.
Another is neighborhoods where all the houses look very similar.
Oh, like those classic suburban streets where everything's the same.
Yeah, it can be hard to stand out in those situations.
Okay.
You might be better off with some really targeted marketing.
Okay.
Highlighting those unique selling points.
And of course, there's always the option of working with an experienced agent like Laddie.
Of course.
He can guide you on the best strategy.
Exactly. An experienced agent can look at the market, analyze your property,
Right.
and recommend the most effective approach.
So we talk about when open houses might not be the best fit,
Right.
but for the situations where they are a good fit.
Yeah.
What are some insider tips to make yours amazing, unforgettable?
One thing we always emphasize is depersonalizing the space.
Oh, okay.
You want those buyers to really envision themselves living there,
Right.
not be distracted by someone else's stuff.
So pack away the family photos, the quirky collections.
Exactly. It should feel welcoming, but also neutral.
Right.
They need to picture their own lives there.
So it's like creating a blank canvas for them.
That's a great way to put it.
And while we're at it, Don't forget to highlight your home's unique features.
Absolutely.
You know, those things that make it stand out.
Yeah, the cozy fireplace, the spacious backyard, the updated kitchen.
Those are the things people will remember.
Exactly. Make sure those features are front and center, ready to impress.
It's all about giving buyers a reason to remember your property, to say, wow, that house had, and then fill in the blank.
Exactly.
Okay, before we move on, I want to circle back to understanding your target audience.
Yeah.
This is where Laddie's expertise really shines.
He knows the Peel region like the back of his hand.
Wow.
And he can help you tailor that open house strategy to those most likely buyers.
Amazing. So whether you're selling a family-friendly home in Brampton,
Right.
or a charming bungalow in Caledon, or even a modern condo in Mississauga,
Yeah.
Laddie can provide those insights. So if you're in Peel and feeling a little lost,
It can be a lot.
give Laddie a call at 905-598-0725.
He's happy to answer any questions, offer expert advice,
Okay, great.
and help you navigate this whole journey.
Fantastic. Welcome back to our open house deep dive.
We've covered a lot of ground,
We have.
from curb appeal to, well, cookies.
Right.
But now let's get inside the minds of those potential buyers.
Okay, so we're talking psychology now.
We are.
Because selling a house, it's more than just, the house itself.
It's about creating a feeling, a connection that makes someone say, this is where I want to be.
Okay, so what makes someone fall for a house?
Yeah.
Is it all about those perfectly placed pillows and stuff?
Well, staging helps, but it goes deeper than that.
Okay.
Think about it. When you walk into a space that feels good, welcoming, well cared for,
Yeah.
you start to imagine yourself living there.
Yeah, you can almost hear the laughter, smell the cookies baking.
Exactly. Those little details,
Yeah.
they create an emotional response. And that's what we want at an open house.
Right.
We want those buyers to feel like they've already found their dream home.
So it's not just about showing off the features, it's about telling a story.
You got it. And that story starts with creating a sense of flow.
Flow.
Yeah, how people move through the house, how each room leads into the next.
So no awkward furniture blocking the way.
Exactly. You want it to feel natural, easy to imagine living there.
And don't forget those little touches.
Right.
Fresh flowers, some music playing.
Those finishing touches make a big difference.
They make it feel like a home, not just a house.
Exactly.
And speaking of feeling at home, scent can really make or break that.
Absolutely.
We talked before about avoiding those strong air fresheners.
Right. Scents can trigger all sorts of emotions, good and bad.
Yeah, I've definitely walked into open houses where the smell was so strong I almost turned around.
Not a good first impression.
Not at all.
Clean, neutral scent is the way to go.
Okay.
You want them focused on the house, not the smell.
So we've covered emotions, storytelling, appealing to the senses, but what about understanding your target audience?
That's where Laddie's expertise really comes in.
He seems to have a knack for that.
He does. He can tailor the whole strategy to appeal to the right buyers.
Like he knows what people in Brampton want versus those in Mississauga or Caledon.
Exactly. So, for example, a family-friendly home in Brampton, you might highlight the backyard, the schools nearby, the safe streets.
And a condo in Mississauga, you'd focus on that urban lifestyle.
Exactly. It's about highlighting the features that will resonate with those specific buyers.
Creating that must-have feeling.
Exactly.
So to wrap up our open house deep dive,
Yeah.
let's leave our listeners with a question.
Okay. What unique feature or element about your home could you highlight to make it unforgettable at an open house?
What makes your home special? What sets it apart?
How can you showcase that to potential buyers?
Because a successful open house is all about creating that memorable experience.
It's about making a lasting impression.
And if you're in the Peel region and feeling overwhelmed, remember, Laddie Dill and his team are here to help.
They are experts in the local market, passionate about helping people.
Give Laddie a call at 905-598-0725.
He'd love to chat.
That's it for today's deep dive.
Thanks for listening.
We hope you learned some valuable insights about open houses.
And that you feel ready to create an open house that wows buyers and brings in those offers.
Until next time, happy house hunting.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We will be back with something new and something interesting.